Welcome! If you're gearing up for an interview as a utilities manager, you've come to the right place. Today, we're diving into key questions you might face and how to tackle them like a pro. Let's jump right in with our first question. Could you share an experience where you led a team to solve a utility-related challenge? Interviewers want to see how you handle leadership and teamwork in tough situations. To nail this question, consider these tips. Focus on a specific challenge that was utility focused. Outline your leadership role and how you organized your team. Discuss the strategic actions you took and how you worked together to address the challenge. Highlight the outcomes and any lessons you learned. Keep your story concise, focusing on the key elements. Here's an example of how you might answer.
In my last position, we faced a major outage affecting over 10,000 customers. I led a cross-functional team to assess the damage and restore service. We prioritized our tasks, maintained regular communication with stakeholders, and completed repairs ahead of schedule, reducing downtime by 30%. This experience taught us the importance of quick communication and teamwork.
By the way, we're only covering a handful of questions in this video, but I've prepared a free PDF with all 30 top interview questions for Utilities Manager. It also includes example answers and tips to help you prepare with confidence. The download link is just below. Tell us about a time you managed a tight budget in the utilities sector. How did you handle it? This question helps assess your financial acumen and ability to manage resources effectively. To effectively answer, consider these pointers. Choose a particular project or period with budget constraints. Clearly outline the budget limitations you faced. Discuss the cost management strategies you implemented. Talk about the outcomes and any efficiencies achieved. Reflect on what you learned and any improvements you would make in the future. Here's a sample answer to guide you.
In a previous role, I managed a $1 million budget for a water treatment upgrade. After a 15% budget cut, I focused on essential upgrades and renegotiated contracts with suppliers. By implementing an energy efficiency program, we reduced operational costs by 20%, completing the project under budget, and boosting service reliability.
Describe a situation where you identified a significant inefficiency in a utility process and how you resolved it. This question is aimed at evaluating your problem-solving skills and proactive mindset. Let's look at some tips to help you answer effectively. Identify a specific utility process you improved. Explain how you recognize the inefficiency, whether through data or observation. Describe the analysis you conducted to understand the root cause. Detail the solution you implemented and how it was executed. Share the measurable outcomes achieved after the change. Here's an example that demonstrates this well.
In my previous role, I noticed the meter reading process was inefficient due to manual entry errors. I proposed a digital meter reading system and trained the team. In 3 months, we reduced the reading time by 40%.
How would you prioritize projects and resources in your utility operations if faced with budget cuts? This question tests your ability to strategically allocate resources during financial constraints. Here are some pointers to shape your response. Evaluate project importance based on safety and compliance needs. Consult with your team to identify critical resources and operations. Analyze historical data to focus on projects with the highest ROI. Balance short-term needs with long-term sustainability impacts. Communicate transparently with stakeholders about your priorities. Consider this example as a guide.
I would first assess which projects are essential for safety and compliance, ensuring they remain funded. Consulting with my team, I'd identify core resources to prioritize. By reviewing historical data, I'd focus on projects with proven ROI, balancing immediate needs with long-term goals.
How would you handle a situation where many customers were dissatisfied with service interruptions? This question gauges your customer service skills, especially in handling dissatisfaction. To answer effectively, keep these tips in mind. Quickly acknowledge the issue and empathize with the customers. Gather specific feedback to understand their main concerns. Communicate transparently about causes and expected resolutions. Implement solutions to address immediate concerns. Follow up with customers after service restoration to ensure satisfaction. Here's an example of how you might respond.
I would start by acknowledging the problem and showing empathy toward affected customers. I'd gather feedback to pinpoint their concerns and communicate clearly about the cause and resolution timeline. Following resolution, I'd reach out to confirm customer satisfaction.
Before we wrap up, remember you can get all 30 questions, example answers, and step-by-step tips in a handy PDF. Totally free. Just grab it below.